Have everyone. Hello, my name is Regina Cross, and I'm the director of the Spartan Pathways Travel Program. And I thank you so much for joining us today to learn a little bit about your departure for the Mediterranean Inspiration Cruise. A little bit about me. I've been directing the program for 25 years now, and it's been wonderful and fantastic. And I've enjoyed working with or learning about our alumni and meeting our alumni and working with the tour providers that we work with. So um, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you could remain on mute throughout the presentation until the question and answer period, that would be helpful. The littlest thing will be picked up on the speakers. So it's best if you remain muted. If you have a question, you can certainly type it in the chat area and we will get to it during the Q&A session. So next I want to introduce Sarah Lowen. She is your host for the tour, the MSU host, and she is our campaign manager for University Advancement. Sarah, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thanks, Regina. Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see all of your faces. I'm Sarah Lowen, like Regina said. I'm campaign director here at MSU, and I've only been at MSU for about 3 years. So I'm an adopted Spartan. I didn't graduate from MSU, and I was not born and raised here in Michigan. I actually have worked in higher ed at institutions here in Michigan and back home in Iowa for about 25 years. But I'm proud to be an adopted Spartan, and I'm really, really thrilled to be hosting. This is my very first alumni travel experience with Spartan Pathways, so be gentle with me. I know we will have an awesome time. And what a way to kick things off, right? This amazing trip through the Mediterranean. I'm beyond excited about, especially about all of it, but especially about the trip to the spice market in Istanbul. That is a bucket list destination for me and my wife, and we're really excited about it. Um, Other than that, I really love connecting with Spartans and hearing their stories and learning about experiences that you all had on campus. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you throughout the trip. And as we travel together, it really is my job to make this experience as fun and memorable as possible. So watch for notes and invites for me when we're on the ship. And if you have any questions or anything you want to connect about, I'm going to send an email when we're done with our meeting, and it'll have all my contact information in it.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay, next I want to introduce Emily Dean. She is with Go Next. She's a client service manager. I've worked with Emily for a number of years now, and she's wonderful and a great resource for me over the years. So Emily, take it away.
Perfect. Thanks, Regina, and welcome everybody. Like Regina said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the cruise, the beginning, the middle, and the end. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to go over is stuff that you have received in some sort of document along the way, but it's always nice for somebody just to say it out loud instead of reading it all. And then I'll pick up on the most important pieces. By now, you guys have received your final documents, and if you haven't, just let us know, and we can get them to you. Final documents were sent out on August 11th. And on August 11th, it would have said like final documents for Mediterranean inspiration with your name in the subject line. The final documents will have your final cruise summary, a general information page, and if you're on the pre or the post cruise, it'll also have a PDF attachment with a little more details regarding the tour. The most important, well, they're all important, but the main one is the general information page. The general information page, just some tips and tricks and transfers and just helpful hints. But on the front page of this document is our phone numbers. These phone numbers are to be used for the day of travel for emergencies, or even if you think it's an emergency, go ahead and call. We have somebody on call from the office for the departure of the trip. The phone number that I'm referring to is the 612-802-5560. If you are still stateside and you haven't left and it's during the business hours of Go Next, feel free to give them a call too, and they'll get it over to the on-call agent. The on-call agent has a cell phone. It's probably somebody you've already talked to in the office. So if they don't answer right away, just feel free to leave them a message Or if you are at the gate already and you know there's a flight change, feel free to send them a text message with your new information, and then we'll get that to our ground suppliers. It's very important that you let us know if there's any changes in your flights. One, we just like to know where you're at. Two, if you're with our pre-cruise, we need to be able to pick you up. Or if you're with Oceana, they're going to want to be able to pick you up. So it's always just good if there's any changes to let us know. Let's see here. Also in the final documents is your Oceana cruise summary. I sometimes print this out or take pictures of it. There's good information on here. If you guys are arriving in on your own, it has the terminal name, the port address. So if you need to take a taxi to get there, it also has your dining, it has your flight arrangements, ground transportation information, your tours. And the cruise itinerary tells you where you're going to go to each day and specialty dining. So there's a lot of good information on there. Like I said, and they have some phone numbers on there as well. They will be the local over there though. So that leads me to the cell phone coverage. If you guys want to have cell phone coverage, I would check with your cell phone providers to see if you have the international plan. I would guess most, I don't know these days, if you have to add it or not, but I would just go ahead and give them a call, and it's usually around 10 to 15 bucks that it's been in the past that I've heard from my travelers. So I would see about adding that, because even if you don't think you're going to need your phone, you never know when an emergency is going to happen. Or if you're changing planes in an international city and you need to make that call out to the Go Next phone number, you're going to want to be able to use your phone. Packing, sometimes people ask me about packing. It really depends on how you pack. If you are wanting to take advantage of each person bringing a suitcase, that's great. You know, just put a little of your clothes in one and then a little clothes in the other, just in case your flight or your luggage is delayed. This way you'd have something in your other piece of luggage. And if you only have one piece of luggage, I would put something in your carry-on. So if you're dressing casual on the airplane, maybe bring like a collared shirt or just, you know, something to wear if you have specialty dining the first night. Just something extra in your backpack. Or if you're not wearing tennis shoes, pack your tennis shoes, one extra outfit, just in case. I always say that. Another thing for packing, prescription medications, they are required to be in the same prescription pill bottle that they were prescribed in. I'm not saying you're going to get caught and they're going to take them away, but if it is a medication that you really, really need, I wouldn't chance it. I would keep it in the original pill bottle, and so then you have it for on the trip. I also keep prescription medications in my carry-on just in case your luggage is delayed. And if luggage is delayed, we ask you that you get a ticket from the baggage claim area. There will be a person down there at a counter, and you just tell them what flight you're on. They'll issue you a ticket. And then if you're going to the pre-cruise, our program managers will help you find the luggage, and be able to track it with this number. Or if you're going straight to the ship, they will also be able to find your luggage. Without this tracking number, it's much harder to find your luggage. And I'm not saying people's luggage are going to get lost. I'm just trying to give you some tips in case. So definitely get the ticket. So once you've arrived at the airport, everybody is going to go through customs and immigration. You're going to get your luggage. And depending on what you're doing, if you guys are going on your own, you're going to want to go for ground transportation. Everybody's going to go to the same area. It's ground transportation. So ground transportation will lead you to the taxis in Venice. Otherwise, out the doors also will be the buses for Oceana. They have very large motor coaches, and in the windows there'll be an Oceana sign, and they will also, if they can come into the baggage claim area, they'll be holding an Oceana sign. It depends on each airport and the security. So look for somebody with an Oceana sign if you're going to the ship. If you guys are doing our pre-cruise, that I just looking here, it looks like there are a few of you doing our pre-cruise. So you're going to want to look for an Go Next representative. We usually are in small Sprinter vans or sedan cars. We will also have a sign, and ours will say Go Next on it. So if you're doing the Go Next pre, look for Go Next. If you're going to the ship, look for Oceana. And if you're on your own, just look for a taxi. The Oceana motor coach is like a hotel shuttle where it comes about every 15 minutes. So If you think you've waited too long, go ahead and give that emergency phone number a call, and then they'll just alert the driver, and we will find out if there's something going on in the city that might be causing congestion. Another thing to do before you leave is to check with your bank or your credit card. It's always good to make sure that they know that you're traveling abroad, and sometimes they want to know the dates, what countries you're in, and the countries it'll all be listed on your cruise vacation summary. So if you are in question of where you're all going, it's listed on there. So just go ahead and let them know. Now, once you've reached the pier, Oceana, they're going to do a check-in for you. You will receive an email if you haven't yet about onboard check-in to do prior to you guys actually leaving the United States. This is to upload a credit card, upload your photo so they have your ID on hand. If you can't get any of this to work, don't panic. They can do it right at check-in at the pier. It's just speeds up the process a little bit if you can do the online check-in ahead of time. So once you get there, you're going to give them your luggage. Anything you want to keep with you, go ahead and keep with you. If you want to read a book or you need any pills to take with lunch, because your luggage will go straight to your cabins when throughout the day. Cabins, when you get on board the ship, might not quite be ready. So you guys feel free to explore the ship, get to know the lay of the land, have lunch at the Terrace Cafe. So that is all available to you to wander. When your cabins are ready, they will call your deck number, and then you guys will go to your rooms. If your luggage isn't quite in your room yet, don't worry, it will get there. They have a lot of luggage to deliver. So if you brought it to the port, it'll be in your cabin. When you're checking in with Oceana, if you don't have luggage tags, don't worry about it. They will put luggage tags on your luggage. They're going to issue you a world card. The world card acts as it gets you on and off the ship. It's the key to your room. It is purchases on board. So if you want to buy a bottle of wine or a spa package or anything from the boutique, you use this card. Oceana is a cashless cruise line. So it'll all go on this card, and then whatever form of payment you used. At the end of the cruise, you can also pay cash if you want or change your card. You just need to let reception know. I did look at the currency for where you guys are going. The euro is everywhere accepted. So they do say some tourism areas do take the US dollar. However, they can't guarantee it. But 98% of everywhere you're going, I'm sure, is going to take a US credit card. So just have a credit card. If you want to take out cash, most banks, euros is popular, so there's usually not a big fee to take out a euro stateside. I would just check with your bank to see. You can also take out currency on board the ship. They charge about a 5% fee. And you can also take out at a local bank once you get off the ship, and you can go to a bank. Program managers can probably help you, like Google something and find a bank. And Zora and Sherry have been on a lot of cruises, so they also might even know where ATM is. So just make sure you know your PIN number if you're using your debit card or your credit card for this. So like I said, once your cabins are ready, the cruise director will make an announcement. You'll go to your rooms. If you are wandering around and you want to stop by deck 4, that's where Zora and Sherry will be. So if you haven't met them on the pre-cruise, you will meet them at their desk, or on the first night you'll meet them also. They do have your name badges. So if you'll get them on the pre-cruise if you're on the pre-cruise. If you're not on the pre-cruise, stop by the desk, say hi, grab them there. And if you don't have time or you're tired or want to relax, they'll bring them to the reception that happens that evening. So don't worry about getting it. You can get it that night. Oceana cabins have two 110 volts, two 220s, and a USB-C. So if you're just going on the cruise, you do not need any kind of adapter. However, if you are doing a pre or a post or extending, you will need one. So you can get them on Amazon for like $20. So definitely want to go ahead and purchase one of those if you guys are extending on either side. They also have hair dryers, robes, slippers. They have a large umbrella. And if you've ever been on a cruise before, usually when you're getting off the ship to do a shore excursion, they are standing there with water bottles. Oceana no longer does that. So what they do is they provide you with a water bottle in your cabin, and they will put a craft in your room with fresh water daily throughout the day. And if you're out and about on the cruise ship, just wandering around, they do have filling stations that you can fill up your water bottle. bottle with. So just remember when you're going on a shore excursion to either grab that one or bring your own, whatever works for you. Everybody in, well, two per room. I don't know if there's any triples. I didn't look at your list here, but two internet services in your cabin. So two people can have Wi-Fi, two people have their own login. You can obviously be logged in at separate times. Internet on board the ship is, it really depends on where you are at sea. If you are real close to port, the internet's going to be fine. If you're further out, you might have a little trouble, but I wouldn't worry about the internet. I've never had a problem checking emails or just doing small things. If you get on board and you think you need something more, reception can upgrade your package, but I would give it some time and just see if you need more, then, go at it, but if you don't, then don't. Another thing in your cabin is going to be the currents. And if you haven't been on Oceana before, this is their daily newsletter. So they put this newsletter usually on your bed. There'll be a lot of stuff in your room. They do have a lot of flyers and telling you what the special of the day is and stuff. But this flyer, it's usually about 4 pages long. It comes at night and it will tell you what port you're going to be in the next day. And it tells you what time you arrive, what time you can get off the ship, what time you have to be back on the ship. If there's any lectures that day, trivia, bingo, it's just like the program for what's happening the next day. And there's also emergency phone numbers on there. So if you're exploring a shore on your own, it's always good. It's not, it's just like notebook size paper, 4 pieces. You can bring it along, take a picture, whatever works for you, but it is a helpful little document to have at your hands. Also in your cabins will be your shore excursion tickets. Now, I don't know if anybody is waitlisted for any shore excursions on this sailing out of your group, but if you are, this is where you might find out if you've cleared something. So I would go ahead and check the envelope. It's usually on your vanity. The tickets are for the entire cruise. So you will just look through them, make sure you have all the right tours. If something doesn't look right, you'll want to go to the shore excursion desk. And that is also on deck 4. One nice thing about this ship is Gonax will have a desk, and then right next to us is the concierge. And on the other side of the grand staircase is the shore excursion desk and reception. So everything that is really needed, like if you have any questions, is usually just right there. So yeah, check your shore excursions, make sure you have all the tickets, and then while you're looking at your tickets, if you want to put an MS on the ticket for Michigan State, this means if Sarah's on a certain tour and you guys are on the same tour, then you guys will be on the same bus. And if nobody else from Michigan State is on that tour, then you will be with other Go Next people. Because for shore excursions, how they work is our program managers will have a desk in the Nautica Lounge, and you'll see them standing up there, and then Oceana has a desk. So we're right next to each other, but just always want to go where you see Zora and Sherry's face, and then they'll call your ticket for the shore excursion. So, and then you'll go up and exchange it for a bus ticket. And then once the bus is ready, you guys will all get off the ship together. If you guys are exploring on your own, they have certain times for people to get off on your own. And you can always ask the program managers about that, and they can let you know if there's a designated time for that day. Oceana is Country Club Casual, and what that means to them is no shorts, no flip-flops, and no jeans that are like worn out. If they're a nice pair of jeans, that's a new policy they have. If it's a nice pair of jeans, you can wear jeans. But so I would just say, so nice jeans are okay, but no shorts and no beach flip-flops. And that goes for the specialty dining and the grand dining room. So those places tend to be, none of it's dressy. There's no formal nights. You don't have to wear a suit jacket. It's whatever you want it to be. If you want to dress up, go ahead and dress up. Some people do dress up, like sometimes at the captain's reception or something. So it is really up to you what you'd like off the ship, and then other areas of the ship is casual. Definitely be comfortable for shore excursions. Lots of like uneven pavement where you guys are going. I did look at the temperatures, and it does look like it's going to be a little warm. I'm from Minnesota, so warm to me is, 80, that's warm for me. I don't know. But so Italy was like around 80. Greece was in the 70s. Croatia was mid 70s, and Turkey was 80. So it's going to be nice. It could start out cool, but I definitely would check the forecast as you get a little closer to see if The temperatures have changed, or if you need to bring a light jacket or something for the mornings. They do have laundry on board. The laundry on board the ship is on deck 7. The soap and the dryer sheets are included. The laundry machines are also included in your fare. So go ahead and wash your clothes whenever you'd like. There's no rhyme or reason to when it's busy. It could be busy whenever. So just go ahead, and you might have to come back, or maybe not. Some people don't do their laundry on board, so it's really hit or miss. It depends. If you want, they also offer laundry service on board. So if you don't want to do it, they will do it for a fee. For this ship that you're on is the Polo and the Toscana. So hopefully by now everybody's made their dining reservations. Perfect. Yeah, because these are very special, and they're so good. And if you notice, like booking online, if there's only 2 of you and you wanted to have a table of 2, tables of 2 are much harder to get. So you might have been bumped to like a 9:30 time or like a 9 o'clock time. If you say you'll share with others, it does open up time frames, and timings and dates and stuff. So that's one thing about booking dining, is if you do it with other people, even if you don't know the party, it does open up earlier times. And if you get on board and you want to see about making any changes, or you met a friend and you want to have them join you for dinner in the Terrace Cafe, which is like it's the buffet area. It's a really nice buffet. I hate to even use the word buffet, but it's good. Um, Great food, actually. It's a quick spot. Up in the front, there's a maitre d' in the mornings, and they can help you try to change dining for that evening. It's not a guarantee that they can, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Especially if you're like, I know I'm going to be tired tomorrow. I had, a 10-hour shore excursion today or whatever. So they're always there. And if they're not there, you can talk to the program managers, and then they can try to help you figure out who you can talk to. Events for this cruise, this was sent out a while ago with your dining, so nothing you need to memorize. We'll hand this out when you get on board. I'm just going to go over a few of them. The first night, we always have our Go Next reception. It's an open bar, hot and cold canapes, and we invite every school that is on the ship with you guys. We invite them for this night, and this is where you will meet the program managers, and they'll tell you what they're there to do for you. And just so you guys know, they're there to do whatever you need. They are your onboard concierge. We've worked with Oceana for many years, and they want to know if you're not happy, something's wrong with your room, anything they want to know, and they can fix it. So the sooner the better. You have an issue, go ahead and talk to the program managers, and they'll go ahead and get everything figured out. So that's the first night. And some people actually ask me, I did pull a list here, what other schools are on board? Some other schools on board with you guys is Georgia Tech, Montana State, North Carolina State, Rice, the Texas Aggies, the Texas Exes, um, University of Michigan, and then Wisconsin. So those are a few of the other schools. There are other schools on board also. And we usually have a little thing at the program manager desk with everybody's logo, because sometimes people, affiliate with a couple different schools. So that's the first night. And then on September 2nd is going to be your reception. We have open bar for you guys that night too at 6:30. And then on the 3rd of September is going to be the captain's reception. Right now, they don't really know what time it's going to be at. They usually say to book dining after 7:30, so it's probably around 6:30. And it's throughout the whole ship. Wherever there's a bar, they will have hot and cold canapes, open bar. But if you want to see the show with the officers and the staff, it's in the lounge. It's kind of a fun thing to see, get everybody all jumped up for the cruise. It's a nice presentation. And then on the September 5th, if anybody is interested, Andrew Bishop from the University of Michigan, he's actually going to do a lecture that day from 2 to 3. Again, we'll be putting this out so you don't have to write any of this down. And then September 6th, we're going to have a Michigan State group photo and dinner. And this is the night that we'll have your flag. People like to wear their school colors. And we're going to put you guys down at the bottom of the grand staircase, and then take your guys' picture and bring you to the grand dining room. And you guys will have dinner. Let's see here. So for shore excursions, I forgot to mention, some people ask me about tipping on shore excursions. It's completely up to your discretion. If you think that it was a good tour or you enjoyed them, it was, you could understand them, good content, feel free to tip. And for this area of the world, suggested amounts for like a half day tour is $5 for the guide, $3 for the driver. And a half day tour is $3 for the guide and $2 for the driver. Again, it's not necessary, but some people do ask, so I'd like to put it out there. Another thing in your cabin, TVs. TVs will show you, will replay any lectures that are on board. It will show you your invoice, which is important to make sure that you're not being charged for something that's not yours. So definitely go ahead and look at that. I mean, every night before you go to bed or whatever, you don't probably have to look at that often, but, and there's just, it'll go through the shore excursions more detailed. There's just a lot of stuff on the TV that you can look at regarding your cruise. So, and one thing you will see on your invoice for this sailing is, hang on, you know what? I apologize. I'm gonna have to look at this because halfway through the year, Oceana changed their offer, and this might be one that the gratuities are included. I'll look. Just let me, or maybe Regina's looking. So I'll look at that here in a minute. Disembarkation letters, you will get one of those in your cabin. The disembarkation letter is for, they just want to verify what you are on. For if you're gonna do the post cruise, if you're on your own, or what flight you're gonna be on. This way they can get you tickets for disembarkation and when you can get off the ship. So if you have an early morning flight, you're going to be one of the first buses out of there. So for getting off a cruise ship, if you've never been on one, they ask that you put your luggage outside the door the night before. If you're like, I'm not comfortable with that, or you need your stuff, feel free to keep your luggage. However, you are responsible for bringing it down the next morning. But usually people just put their stuff outside, leave a little room at the top so you can unzip it and push it in, and then just keep your carry-on with you, and you can put your stuff in once you get to your luggage. So disembarkation will be in the Nautica Lounge. They'll tell you what time, then they'll call your ticket number. You'll disembark the ship. And it's kind of like a baggage carousel. So if your ticket was blue 7, you're going to look for a flag with a 7 on it. It might even be the color blue, blue 7. And then you're going to want to go physically claim your luggage and pull it out of the group of luggage. We will help you with your luggage, whether you're on the post cruise, a transfer, or a taxi. We just need to know what luggage is yours, because if you don't claim your luggage, we don't know that it's yours. So that's just a little thing about disembarkation. I will look at your questions here in a second. I just wanted to pull up this cruise. I apologize. Let's see here.
Yeah, it looks like gratuities are not included. It's the champagne, wine, and more, based on the brochure.
Okay, perfect. And then the shore excursion credit. Okay, this, and I always tell people, I mean, I like this offer too. So perfect. So shore excursions and champagne, wine, and more, and that's a lunch and dinner. And one thing else about wine, if you guys do order a bottle of wine, because you know what you like, and you don't finish it all, whatever restaurant you're at, it doesn't matter. If you're not done drinking it, you can give it to them and they will put it in their wine cellar. And then if you're at a different restaurant 3 days later or whatever, you can ask them to get your bottle. Just give them your cabin number and then they bring the bottle to the venue that you're at for that evening. So, so on your invoice, then gratuities will be placed on your invoice for this departure. It is $18 a day per person. Gratuities, these are just put on. You can change them if you want. You can lower them, you can raise them. You can say, I just worked with Barb and Sally the whole time and I only want to tip them. This has to be done at reception. I'll tell you the so shore excursion desk on the first day is very busy. And don't let it discourage you. They're really fast. They usually have a few people working on the first day since it's embarkation. And then the last day of the cruise for reception, that's also busy. So if you notice anything that's different on your bill, definitely talk to reception before the last night. So let's see here. I'm going to go to the chat and see what we have. That's all I have. It's a lot of information. Like I said, most of the documents that you received, the information is going to be in there. If you have any questions after we get off the call, you can obviously reach out to Regina or reach out to Go Next, and one of our agents can help you. Um, oh yeah, good. Yeah, Regina, day at sea, the laundry is very busy. How much is a glass of wine? So it really depends. They have a very extensive wine list. So, I mean, you could get one for like $7. You could probably get one for $30. They have a lot of wine on board. And I would be willing to guess if you would Google like wine lists for Oceania, something might pull up on your computer. Let's see here. Oh, there you go. So you're ahead of me. Let's see here. Is there a dresser in our? Yes, there's a dresser. And then there's a big like closet in there also. That's where the robes will be, the umbrella and stuff. If anybody wants to come off of mute too, if it's easier for you to unmute, you can.
Go ahead.
On the day, the MSU day, where we take the picture and everything, you want us to wear MSU clothing. Do we have to follow the dress code?
Well, you're going to the grand dining room, so yes. And you don't have to wear MSU clothes. I mean, it's just I notice we get the pictures back from the program managers, and I notice it's a big day that people wear colors. So just no shorts in no ten or flip-flops. So I mean, if and probably not a t-shirt. But if you have like a collared shirt or something, I don't know what everybody has for clothing, but just nothing too casual.
I know when I have,
I think if, I think
I know when
I think if you wear some nice slacks and sandals and maybe a cute little t-shirt and put, a sweater over it, that might be fine too.
But I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I know when I have
So
to do
it's-
business casual, I'll put on a cute MSU t-shirt and then a sweater or a blazer over it or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we eat in the grand, so we meet as a group then, that day.
Mhm.
Got it.
Yeah, you'll meet
Okay.
for the photo on deck 4.
On deck 4, and then we go right to dinner?
Sarah will be sending a reminder out to you, so.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you'll meet on deck 4 at the staircase and then we'll all go to dinner together in the grand dining room.
Okay,
Great.
wow.
Thank you.
Looks like there's some other questions there.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. Is there a dress? Okay, would you recommend exchanging dollars? So if your bank does them, I know when I exchange euros stateside, because it's such a popular currency, there's not usually much of a fee when you do it. And the big thing is if you don't use all your money, then you got to exchange it back in. So then there's usually not, it just depends. I would check with your bank to see if there's any fees on it. And if there's not a fee and you think that you're going to want some money over there, go ahead and take some out. I wouldn't do a lot. Like I said, most places take credit cards. And the only places that are not is maybe like a small food vendor or some small store selling their own like homemade products and stuff. So if you want to have a little cash, I always like to have a little cash. I don't like to overdo it. And if you do need more, you can take it out. I would suggest taking it off the ship and then just looking for a big local bank, like the Bank of Venice or something.
Yeah, if you live here local in East Lansing area, Liberty Coin is a good place to exchange if you'd like to get some euros. I was just there actually this morning. I'm heading to the British Isles, so I had to exchange a little bit of money myself. So, and if if you live elsewhere, you can always just Google, where I can exchange currency. That's a good way to do it. It can be kind of expensive if you exchange it at the airport, so.
Let's see here for a CPAP machine. So that's a good question. You should bring an adapter because the nightstand plug-in is a 220 volt. So if you do have a CPAP, you either can bring, well, yeah, you need an adapter, or maybe I wouldn't bring an extension cord. So yeah, an adapter for a CPAP machine for the nightstand. Let's see here. So the casino is an exception. They do cash. There's just like when you go to a casino, there's a person behind a window and they can go ahead and get you whatever you need. So your final documents aren't updated for your shore excursions. So if you want, you can call our 1-800 number and we can pull a fresh manifest of them and we can just send them over to you in an email.
I think you could probably go online too, to the Oceana site and see an updated list as well.
Yeah, you can. I just didn't know if they wanted maybe
Yeah.
you can send a printed version to yourself. I work
Oh,
in a different system, so yeah,
yeah,
I'm not for sure
yeah,
what you're capable of.
yeah.
Oh, perfect. Look, Sarah found the wine list. So yeah, so let's, I was gonna say the internet has everything these days. So
Are there any other questions?
I can't get,
Can we ask?
well, I don't know how to do the video.
that's okay, Russell. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was, glad that's working. Did you want to ask about,
Yeah, the shampoo and conditioner that's provided.
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
And
so
another one we have is we got like $120 on the cruise credits left. And how or can I apply those to the beverage? What do you call it? The wine and the free beverages?
The $60.
One
30.
second.
Oh, the premium beverage package?
Yeah.
Right.
One second here. I'm checking to see med inspiration.
That's what it's saying to do. We are not.
So the credit that you guys received is for shore excursions. So they have to be used on shore excursions.
Oh, okay.
So if you have any money left, it just goes away.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the swimming pool open 24 hours?
No, it closes, I think, at 10.
And opens when?
I think it's 7 to 10.
7 to
Okay.
10. Okay.
And
So go ahead.
I was walking in, the TVs show what's going on the ship.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Jacqueline, I actually think a bunch of us are on that Detroit Air Canada flight to Venice. I think there's like 8 or 10 people on that one. Oh,
Let's see here. So somebody asked what kind of converter to get for the nightstand. If you just Google, a 220-volt adapter, it brings up a whole list of them, and then you could go on Amazon and just look for it. Amazon, or there's one out there that like converts to like all sorts of different countries. There's a lot of converters out there right now. Let's see here. What plugs? So yeah, I just see a picture of one. So I would look online, and then you can type in it's saying like an EV charger adapter. But this is from something else. There's probably other things if you Google the converter guide here. I'm just looking online. Amazon.com. Let's see here, 220-volt adapter. Yeah, so if I just typed in on Amazon a 220-volt adapter plug, and there's an overall pick, it's a 2-pack, so if you need 2 of them, most of them do look like 2 packs. But yeah, they're like $17 for 2 of them. There's a single one that's $9. So just type it in. I guess if you don't have Amazon, you could probably just Google it and you can find another store to buy it at. I don't know if there's anything in the area like a Target that would sell them.
our Meyer in mid-Michigan sells them too. I've purchased one at Meyer before, just FYI for everybody.
Oh, perfect.
I do have one comment regarding the Air Canada flights. Just so you know that the flight from Detroit to either Toronto or Montreal, I'm not sure which one you're flying to, they usually are very small regional size planes. And so they, depending on how much space, the overhead storage on those flights, at least my situation, they, there was very small, very small. So if you have a carry-on that you think you want to take, you might have to check it.
Yes, as far, the strike, if anything were to happen, even without this, Oceana is very good at letting us know, and if there was something that would happen, they would start protecting people on flights in advance. They wouldn't wait till you get to the airport, and then if that happens, then we would send you an email that says schedule change on it.
Any other questions?
Oh, perfect. It's settled. Okay.
Okay, great. All right. Well, if you think of something after your cruise, then I'm sorry, after this Zoom call, then be sure to reach out to Go Next, and they can certainly answer questions. I'd say you could reach out to me, but I'm leaving on Friday for Europe myself, so it might be a little delayed in getting to you. So I think it's best that you just contact Go Next directly, and they can certainly help you. Or you can contact Sarah as well. Okay, well, thank you so much for attending. I think what we'll do now, just so
Thank
that
you, everybody.
yeah, so you have an opportunity to meet one another. We do have our Bright Crowd online directory that a lot of you have signed up for. If you haven't and you would like to, just send me an email yet today, and I'll send you an invitation to join. But I think what would be nice is for everyone to kind of pick on people, and you can say a little bit about yourself, what your experience has been with Michigan State, if you're a graduate, if you're just a friend of Michigan State, and mention maybe what you're looking forward to on the cruise. So I'll start with Catherine Denhauer. Howder, is that how you pronounce your name? I'm sorry.
Yes, that's right. Dan Howder. Not everyone gets it right. Regina, you've been dealing with names for a long time. Yes, I'm very excited about this trip. It's been a place I've wanted to go to for a long time. So yes, I am retired, but before that, I was a psychologist in Grand Rapids for 25 years. And and I'm now a writer. I'm on my 6th book, and just very eager to see what Mediterranean is all about.
Good. All right, how about Jim McFarland? It says Jim, but
I'm the MSU graduate.
This is Diane.
Yeah, and I graduated in 76, and I was child development and teaching, and I taught special ed for 30 some years. I did marry a U of M guy, but he's wonderful. I said I never would, but I did. And we love to travel, and we are going with 4 other friends, and we all turned 70, so this is our 70 cruise.
Celebration.
Yes.
oh, wonderful, what fun.
How many people from U of M will be there?
I don't know,
know.
and you could probably find out once you get on board. Yeah, we know the schools, we just don't know the numbers. So, but it sounds like they're going to have another one.
Will I be treated fairly?
Yes, people are very kind.
All right. Yeah, we're excited to go.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, Jacqueline Babcock.
Yes, my husband and I are both going on this trip. We're both MSU grads. I retired from Michigan State. I worked in the College of Ed. I was chief of staff for an international research project, working with William Schmidt, if any of you follow education research. My husband retired from the state of Michigan, but then he came to MSU and was a consultant on the research project that I worked with. So we chose this trip because we have never been to Turkey or Croatia. I was actually in Athens for a week-long meeting, but Phil has not been there. So the places we haven't been, and we're happy to be going along.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay, Eric. Eric C, it says.
Yes, sorry. It's under my husband's name. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
So I'm Jenna Corbett. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice right now. But I'm going with my mother, who is Catherine Denhouter. So it's our little mother-daughter trip. We're very excited.
Good, thank you.
I am an MSU grad. I graduated from the College of Veterinary Medicine in 2010. So there you are.
Wonderful, great. And then we have Russell.
Yes, I apologize for not having the camera working. I've tried it several times, but it's not cooperating.
No, no worries, no worries.
But we actually have 8 people going in our group. Our 2 children and their spouses, and then my sister-in-law and her son. So,
Oh, wow, what
and
fun.
I'm an MSU grad, and gentleman asked if there's anybody going to be there from U of M, and our daughter graduated from U of M, so I'm kind of split down the middle.
And she said that.
Yeah, she's a veterinarian out in California.
Oh, wonderful.
So it sounds, yeah, I wish I could do the high five. So it sounds like we're going to have a lot in common with a lot of people, which should be a lot of fun. And my wife has always wanted to go to the Greek Isles, and we're really excited to see the Mediterranean and that area of the world.
Oh, great, wonderful. Well, I hope you'll learn that, in my experience, I've been doing, like I said, for 25 years, that we always have wonderful groups. People are always so friendly and get along really well together. So I think that will happen again on this trip.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, yeah. And just so you know, this is being recorded. And so if there was something that you missed, or if you don't recall what the answer was, I will be sending out a link to the video so that you can watch it again if you need to. More than likely it'll be tomorrow that I'll get that out to you. So Sarah, do you have any parting words?
I look forward to seeing everyone.
Okay, great.
I don't have any parting words, just excited to spend a couple of weeks with you. I'll go green.
There you go.
All right. Okay, thank you so much for attending this meeting, and go green. All right.
Go
Have a good
ahead.
day. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.